Plymouth at 4 degrees this morning, whilst Aberdeen sits at 7. Yes, you heard that correctly. The southwest, colder than northeast Scotland. Is your area about to face an unexpected temperature flip that could bring snow to places that haven't seen it all winter? Right now, the Met Office has 3 yellow warnings active across the UK, affecting over 15 million people, with saturated ground, rising river levels, and transport disruption already reported across Wales and southwest England. Over the next 12 minutes, I'll give you precise timing for when conditions change in London, Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow, Cardiff, and Belfast. Plus, I'll reveal which unexpected location could see the most dramatic weather shift by Tuesday. Drop your city or county in the comments right now, and I'll get you a personalised forecast for tomorrow's video. London, you are looking at 10 degrees by this afternoon, with gusty winds and showers clearing by early evening. Manchester, 7 degrees with persistent rain through the morning rush hour. Birmingham sits at 8 degrees with a cloudy start, giving way to brighter spells this afternoon. Glasgow, rather chilly at 5 degrees with hill snow continuing above 400 metres. Cardiff faces 9 degrees, but heavy rain moves back in from 6 o'clock this evening with 30 millimetres possible overnight. Belfast, you are the fortunate ones today at 8 degrees with the rain clearing westwards. But here's what nobody is talking about yet. The battleground we're witnessing right now between Arctic air to our east and mild Atlantic air to our west is about to shift in a rather significant way. Currently, mainland Europe is experiencing brutal conditions with temperatures down to minus 20 degrees Celsius in parts of Eastern Europe. That bitterly cold air mass is sitting just beyond the North Sea, tantalizingly close to our shores. We are only a few degrees and one weather system away from an entirely different scenario. The milder air has been winning out for the past week, keeping most of us just warm enough to avoid significant snow at lower levels. But the latest model runs from this morning are showing something rather interesting developing into early next week that could change that balance. Let me show you what's happening right now across the country in more detail. Eastern Scotland is receiving heavy showers, many of them turning to snow above 300 metres with accumulations building over higher ground. Northern England saw snow above 100 metres earlier this morning, though that level has been rising through the day as milder air pushes northwards. The southwest, particularly Devon and Cornwall, has been absolutely hammered with rain over the past 72 hours. Some locations around Dartmoor and Bodmin Moor have recorded over 80 millimetres. And with ground saturation at critical levels in these areas, any additional rainfall is going straight into rivers and streams, causing localised flooding. This evening, another band of heavy rain pushes into South Wales and southwest England between 6 and 8 o'clock, bringing an additional 20 to 30 millimetres through the Friday evening rush hour. Tricky conditions out there, I am afraid, with spray and standing water on major routes, including the M4, M5 and A30. Let me show you what's happening right now on the live situation. Eastern Scotland is receiving heavy showers, many of them turning to snow above 300 metres. Northern England saw snow above 100 metres earlier this morning, though that level has been rising through the day. The southwest, particularly Devon and Cornwall, has been absolutely hammered with rain over the past 72 hours. Some locations have recorded over 80 millimetres, and with ground saturation at critical levels, any additional rainfall is going straight into rivers and streams. This evening, another band of heavy rain pushes into South Wales and southwest England between 6 and 8 o'clock, bringing an additional 20 to 30 millimetres through the Friday evening rush hour. Tricky conditions out there, I'm afraid. For the Midlands, Nottingham and Leicester sit at 7 degrees with cloudy skies, brightness developing between 2 and 4 o'clock. Sheffield and Leeds are colder at 5 degrees with persistent drizzle over the Pennines. Newcastle at 4 degrees with strong southeasterly winds, making it feel closer to freezing. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Met Office model and the European model are showing rather different solutions for early next week. The Met Office has lower pressure systems tracking across southern England with milder air continuing. But the European model shows those systems sinking further south, allowing a brisk easterly flow to develop by Monday and Tuesday. This 50 to 100 mile difference changes everything. If the European model is correct, temperatures could struggle to reach 2 or 3 degrees across the Midlands northwards by Tuesday afternoon, with widespread snow risk. Southampton, Portsmouth, Brighton and Dover at 8 to 9 degrees see blustery showers this evening, then improvement Saturday with sunshine developing. Oxford and Cambridge at 7 degrees have cloudy conditions now, turning drier and brighter tomorrow, reaching 9 degrees. Aberdeen and Inverness have had persistent wet weather with hill snow for days. Today continues at 4 degrees, but precipitation becomes lighter overnight. Saturday starts damp, but Sunday brings improvement with temperatures around 6 degrees. Edinburgh at 5 degrees sees similar conditions through the weekend. For Wales, Swansea and Bangor face concerning conditions tonight. Heavy rain pushes across between 6 o'clock and 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. Swansea could see 35 millimetres, Bangor 20 millimetres. Rivers are already high, making additional rainfall problematic. Saturday improves with showers and temperatures around 8 degrees. Northern Ireland has the rain clearing. Derry and Belfast at 7 to 8 degrees stay predominantly dry today, with a few evening showers possible. Saturday looks reasonable with brighter intervals reaching 9 degrees. Sunday appears your best day with genuine sunny spells and easing winds. There's one detail that concerns me most about the extended outlook, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But first, let me address what is happening through Saturday evening and into Sunday, because there is some genuinely welcome news here. Saturday evening sees showers continuing around coastal areas, particularly along the south coast, from Penzance through Plymouth, Bournemouth, Southampton, Brighton, and around to Dover and the Kent coast. These will be blustery with gusty winds, but nothing like the persistent heavy rain we've seen in recent days. Inland areas turn drier through Saturday evening, with some clear spells developing, particularly across the Midlands and parts of northern England. Overnight temperatures remain above freezing for most areas at 4 to 7 degrees, though some Scottish glens and sheltered valleys could dip to freezing or just below with any clear spells that develop. Northern Scotland, particularly above 300 metres, could see temperatures down to -2 or -3 degrees. Sunday looks like the best day we've seen in quite some time. Genuine bright or sunny spells develop, particularly across western areas. Bristol at 9 degrees, Liverpool at 8, York at 7, Exeter at 10 degrees with the best sunshine. Even Glasgow at 6 degrees sees cloud breaks. It's the day to get outdoors. But Monday is where things get intriguing. Low pressure approaches from the southwest, bumping into colder air filtering in from the east. The UK model shows something fascinating that lower resolution models aren't picking up yet. An easterly flow develops Sunday night, bringing temperatures down. Then Monday afternoon, precipitation pushes westwards, and where it meets colder air, interesting weather develops. Leicester, Nottingham, parts of the Midlands, even into Wales, the UK model shows potential for snow down to lower levels. This would include areas like Derby, Stoke-on-Trent, even potentially the outskirts of Birmingham if conditions align perfectly. Now, I must stress, this is still several days away with considerable uncertainty. The Met Office S model doesn't show this as dramatically. We'll have clearer pictures tomorrow when overnight runs come in. Check back tomorrow because Monday and Tuesday are genuinely on a knife edge. The difference between a wet Monday evening and a disruptive snow event could come down to just 1 degree or the exact timing of when that colder air arrives. Liverpool and Manchester, Monday brings 5 degrees with rain, developing by evening, potentially turning wintry over higher ground of the Pennines above 300 metres. Manchester in particular, you are right on that boundary between rain at lower levels and snow over the hills. Birmingham at 4 degrees faces potentially problematic conditions if precipitation turns to snow with evaporative cooling. We've seen in the past how quickly temperatures can drop when snow starts falling. Leeds and Sheffield at 3 to 4 degrees have real disruption risk if this scenario plays out, particularly for the evening commute. Bradford and Halifax on the higher ground could see accumulating snow even if Leeds stays as rain or sleet. We're dealing with very fine margins. The difference between rain and snow for Birmingham, Wolverhampton, Coventry on Monday evening could be just 1 or 2 degrees. These battleground setups are notoriously difficult beyond 48 hours. Models will oscillate between widespread snow and rain scenarios. Scotland faces different conditions. Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen at 3 to 5 degrees Monday develop a biting easterly wind. Any precipitation reaching you from the west is more likely to fall as snow, particularly inland and over higher ground. The central belt could see travel disruption Monday evening. Inverness at 2 degrees sits well into the snow zone. The latest warnings show yellow rain alerts for southwest England through Saturday morning and Northern Ireland Friday afternoon expiring at 6 o'clock. No snow warnings currently, but the Met Office will monitor Monday as potential closely. Warnings could be issued by Sunday evening for parts of the Midlands and North. Cornwall and Devon face immediate rainfall concerns tonight with potential flooding in vulnerable spots. Saturday brings improvement at 10 degrees with showers, genuinely better Sunday at 11 degrees with sunshine. Monday sees temperatures drop to 7 degrees with increasing cloud. The Channel Islands at 10 degrees today stay milder through the weekend, missing Monday see potential excitement at 9 degrees. The Scottish Islands at 4 degrees sit in persistent northeasterly flow, bringing frequent wintry showers through the weekend into next week. Orkney, Shetland, and the Hebrides remain in that Arctic air mass already. For the Western Isles, Stornoway at 4 degrees faces raw conditions with that wind straight off the Atlantic combining with the northeasterly flow. It's thoroughly unpleasant up there with wind chill making it feel well below freezing. The Northern Isles have frequent snow showers with several centimetres accumulating over higher ground, and even at lower levels you are seeing settling snow at times. Blackpool and the Lancashire coast currently sit at 7 degrees, blustery with showers coming in off the Irish Sea. Saturday brings 8 degrees, conditions remaining showery but winds easing slightly compared to today as gusty southwesterlies. Sunday looks quite pleasant actually at 8 degrees with some genuine sunny spells breaking through, particularly during the afternoon. Monday is where you need to pay close attention. 5 degrees with that easterly wind developing and rain arriving during the evening, potentially turning wintry over hills inland from the coast. The Filder coast itself will likely stay as rain, but places like Lancaster, Preston, and particularly areas around the Forest of Bowland could see some snow mixing in. Beyond Monday and Tuesday, we re-approaching the 12-minute mark, so drop your location in comments if you haven't already. Beyond Tuesday, we are looking at potentially significant pattern change around 7th, 8th, 9th of February. Multiple models, including Met Office, GFS, and European ensembles, show blocking high pressure developing over Greenland, allowing much colder air to push southwestwards across the UK from Scandinavia. Last week, similar patterns were shown for this week, and milder air won out. I don't want to overhype this, but the signal is becoming more consistent across multiple modelling systems. If this blocking establishes itself, we see a proper cold spell lasting several days with temperatures well below average and significant snow risk. About 60% of ensemble members show this colder solution for 8th to 12th February. Some show very cold conditions with temperatures struggling above freezing even in southern areas. At this stage 10 days out, that is quite a strong signal, but details remain uncertain. Bristol and Bath see 6 degrees Monday with rain arriving evening, possibly briefly wintry over surrounding hills. Norwich and East Anglia face 4 degrees Monday in that easterly flow, feeling bitterly cold with North Sea wind, precipitation more likely wintry. The unfortunate reality is we in the coldest period statistically, late December through mid-February. Positive news is we only 3 or 4 weeks from noticeably increasing daylight and rising temperatures. But for the next fortnight, remain prepared for winter conditions. Battleground weather means bitterly cold air over mainland Europe at -10 to -20 degrees, whilst relatively mild Atlantic air sits to our west at 8 to 12 degrees. The UK sits right on the boundary. Which air mass wins depends on exact low-pressure tracks and jet stream strength. Small differences, 50 or 100 miles, make enormous differences to our weather. Canterbury, Maidstone and Dover face Monday evening with precipitation arriving into colder air. Dover particularly exposed to easterly flow at 4 degrees. Salisbury and Winchester at 6 degrees see rain Monday evening, probably staying as rain, though higher ground could see sleet. The one thing to take away is Sunday looks like your best opportunity for decent weather. Make the most of it. Monday onwards becomes uncertain with potential for colder, wintrier conditions. Longer term, that first week of February could bring significant winter weather if blocking patterns establish. York and Harrogate face 4 degrees Monday, concerning with evening precipitation into cold easterly air. Tuesday looks coldest with easterly flow established. Midlands northwards could see 2 to 3 degrees maximum, feeling well below freezing. Southern areas perhaps 5 to 6 degrees, but still below average. Wednesday onwards, models diverge. Some bring milder air back quickly, others maintain cold. Better clarity over the weekend. In summary, tonight brings heavy rain for Wales and southwest England, improving Saturday with showers, pleasant Sunday with sunshine, then uncertainty Monday with potential for colder conditions, particularly central and northern areas. Longer term, watching early February carefully. The models over the next 24 to 48 hours are crucial in determining whether Monday brings disruption or just another changeable day. These battleground setups flip very quickly. Staying updated is essential. Tomorrow morning, S-Video will have all the latest with overnight model data fully analyzed. Thank you for watching, and please drop your location in comments. I read through them and try to provide specific forecasts for as many of you as possible in the next day S-Video. Tomorrow S-Video will be up by 9 o'clock with the latest analysis. Until then, stay safe, stay dry if you are in warning areas tonight.